everyone, and welcome to our very first inaugural edition of the Best 7 here on your local racetrack network. I'm Dave Brunner, and joining me from ESPN, Mr. Chris Lincoln. And Chris, we've got 7 big races today, all from around the country and all part of a 50-cent national wager.
Dave, looking forward to it, looking forward to this for some time in this sport. Everybody says they want more action. Folks, we've got it for you today. 7 races, 7 different racetracks, all live in an hour format, and all hopefully for some big profits for some good handicappers out there.
Well, that's right, Chris. Let's take a look ahead now to our 7 races today, starting with the $500,000 Metropolitan Mile Handicap from Belmont Park, a Grade 1. That'll take us then from there. We'll go to Hilltop, the old Hilltop, Pimlico Racecourse for the Hilltop Stakes, then over to Thistledown in Ohio for the Great Lakes Handicap, then to Arlington International in Illinois for the Grade 2 Washington Park Handicap worth $200,000, then to Louisiana Downs for the Barksdale Handicap on the turf at 1 1/16, and then the Memorial Day Handicap at Calder was on the turf, now on the dirt. And we'll wrap things up in Omaha with the Axarvin Handicap.
Well, an equipment edition, I have to tell people right off. Blinkers are on, Dave, for this work in the studio here. I have to tell you of these racing forms here and trying to follow along. The Metropolitan Mile that starts this off, Dave, a very historic event. It starts the New York Handicap Triple, by the way. The Suburban and the Brooklyn will follow that. Belmont in their spring meeting, one of the great race meetings around the country. In fact, they will have a total of 41 stakes, 10 of them Grade 1s. We're looking forward to the 126th Belmont coming up on ESPN in just a few weeks.
That's right, Chris, but let's take a look at the conditions here for our $500,000 Grade 1 Metropolitan Mile Handicap. As we said, it's for 3-year-olds and up, going a mile. And the Belmont Park, past winners, Kelso, Forgo won this race carrying 133 pounds. Gulch was back-to-back winner in 1987 and 88, and last year won by Ibero.
Here's the field, Dave. We're about a minute away from post time at Belmont on a beautiful day on a fast racetrack. Virginia Rapids, Devil is Due at 4-1. The Alan Jerkins train entry, Devil is Due, co-highway at 122, carries Jerry Bailey. American Chance at big price. Cherokee Run at 16 with Craig Perrette. Then it's Federal Funds, a huge price, West by West. Look at this, Holy Bull, the second choice in the morning line, is now the race favorite. The only 3-year-old in the Met Mile field, beaten favorite of the Kentucky Derby, coming back for redemption today. Gets in light at 110 pounds with Mike Smith, first time against the older horses. Blare of Trumpets at 19-1. Continuing on with our field for the Metropolitan Mile at Belmont. Kenner's Way from Bobby Frankel's barn in California, 9-1. Kent DeSomo in for the Rye. Colonial Affair won the Belmont last year. 4 Centennial Farms, 5-1. Jose Santos, co-highway at 122, and Northern Trend was scratched. So 11 in, 1 scratch. 10 will race the 1-turn mile, as you pointed out earlier, Dave, here at huge Belmont Park. Tom Durkin, the race announcer, just as called at the post here at Belmont. And Dave, the big question everybody wants to know, of course, as the National Best 7 bet is about to close, remember, is can Holy Bull come back from what was a disastrous Kentucky Derby?
He's got his work cut out for him here, Chris. There's plenty of speed in this race. In past races, the Florida Derby, the Bluegrass Stakes, he's pretty much had its own way, and he's come out with some big buyer speed figures. But today, he's got contenders like Blare of Trumpets and Cherokee Run in there to make him earn his money.
You should be able to catch Holy Bull pretty easily. He is the gray, a break from the 6th post position there, and you see on the outside as Tom Durkin is loading him up now. Belmont Park, let's go for the start of the National Best 7 and the Metropolitan Handicap.
Kenner's Way, the California Invader, taking his spot, and the final slot will go to Colonial Affair, winner of last year's Belmont Stakes. Poised in post 6 as the favorite, Holy Bull. They're in the gate. And they're off. Holy Bull comes out running, and Cherokee Run is also right there. Down toward the inside, it's American Chance. Then it's Devil is Due, and on the far outside, Kenner's Way. Holy Bull has made the lead, and he opens up now by a length and a half. Kenner's Way is running in second. Blare of Trumpets now with the rush. Third on the outside. And then it's Devil is Due, who's up close to the pace. He's right there fourth and behind Holy Bull. Cherokee Run is racing in fifth. American Chance is sixth. Colonial Affair is seventh, about 6 lengths from the lead. Then it's Virginia Rapids, followed by Federal Funds. And 5 lengths back to West by West, who's better than 15 from the lead. Holy Bull drilled the opening quarter in 22 and 4/5 seconds. And he blazes the way into the far turn, leading by a length. Blare of Trumpets pressing him second through a half mile of 45 seconds flat. Cherokee Run is making his run now. He's third on the outside, midway around the far turn. And here comes Devil is Due, coming on through an opening toward the inside. Virginia Rapids is rallying on the far outside. American Chance is there. Kenner's Way is now dropped back to 6th. Colonial Affair is down inside. He's seven lengths from the lead. And Holy Bull comes roaring off the turn, racing for a challenge here from Cherokee Run. Cherokee Run confronts Holy Bull, and Holy Bull is digging down and is responding. And he shrugs off the challenge of Cherokee Run. Virginia Rapids is running in third. Devil is Due is fourth, but it's Holy Bull, hand ridden by Mike Smith, and he'll go on to a magnificent Met Mile. Holy Bull by 5. It's close for second between Devil is Due and Cherokee Run. Holy Bull turned back all challengers here to win in 1 minute 33 and 4/5 seconds.
1:33 and 4, Dave Bruner. Listen, you hear that sigh? That is a sigh of relief from trainer Jimmy Crow. Look at this effort by the gray Holy Bull.
That's right, Chris. He did it like he was supposed to, just took it to the lead and put it to him. It's pretty incredible performance, I'd say.
And for those of you on the National Best 7, unofficially, it's number 6 winning the first race. Be right back.
The National Best 7 is brought to you by America's Turf Authority, the Daily Racing Form.
We got 'em. In the National Charts Weekly, the essential tool for multi-track handicappers. Weekly charts from 7 major tracks, North American and European stakes recaps, a week in review editorial, buyer speed figures on every winner, and more. From Daily Racing Form, of course. Order your subscription today. Call 1-800-283-2459. The National Charts Weekly. It pays to know the score.
They come to Hollywood for the weather. The nightlife. The excitement. And the chance to be a star. Hollywood Park for exciting thoroughbred racing.
Welcome back to the National Best 7 as we take another look here at the Metropolitan Mile Handicap, won decisively by Holy Bull. As you see him there on the lead, the gray, never looked back, Chris Lincoln.
Very impressive, and Jimmy Kroll said they were not going to play with his style today, Dave. They were going to send him, and send him they did. He felt, and I think he was right, he was the legitimate speed in this race. Blair Trumpets, the 7, is right behind, now dropping back quickly. The one who really gave, I thought, the most impressive performance, the older horses, certainly is Devil is Due. He's in the shadow roll, the white shadow roll, and the black colors behind. To his outside of Holy Bull, coming up there in the blue colors. Looks like Cherokee Run, who again was expected to show some speed. But watch Holy Bull pull away here. Oh, Jimmy Crow's got to be so relieved, Dave. He stamps himself now, again, as probably the head of the 3-year-old class and among the better horses in the nation after faltering so badly at the Kentucky Derby, having really no chance to run his race. Jimmy Crow took a real chance here. People wondered, what are you doing? But that's why he was just inducted into Racing's Hall of Fame. Jimmy Crow, owner and trainer of Holy Bull, the rider Mike Smith, and again, redemption for the Bull today.
Nice time, too, Chris. I think it was 1:33 and 4 for the mile. Something you can't ignore at all, for sure. That was an impressive performance by Holy Bull. Well, we're going to take a bit of a break here. We've got a little bit of time until our second race of the National Best 7. We want to get an official welcome from the new Thoroughbred Racing Commissioner, Brian McGrath.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian McGrath, and I'm Commissioner of the Thoroughbred Racing Associations. I'd like to welcome you to a great day of racing. Today marks the premiere of the National Best 7, a new innovative wager combining a 50-cent unit bet with terrific carryover possibilities. We'd like to thank you for your patronage. We wish you a terrific day at the races, and we wish you a lot of luck in the Best 7.
There he is in the winner's circle, Holy Bull, with rider Mike Smith and Jimmy Kroll and the rest of the connections around the big winner there.
Unofficial still at this point, but let's just see. No, they're going to make it official from Belmont. It is official now. Holy Bull, and by the way, Dave, he becomes racing's newest millionaire. He goes over the $1 million mark. His race record, 10 starts, 8 victories, now over $1 million. Cherokee Run officially won the photo second with Devil His Due holding on for third. And for Devil His Due, as you see Mike Smith in the winner's circle, the Eclipse Award winning rider, the regular rider for Holy Bull, he's got to feel awfully relieved as well. He was so frustrated that muddy, cold day at Churchill Downs. And now with the sunshine, a fast track, and getting to the lead, Holy Bull is back. And now let's catch a date on our national best 7 wager at this point.
Well, we only have one race down, and there it is, right there, number 6. The 10 horse was scratched, but that doesn't make much difference here. Holy Bull, the 4-5 favorite, and he prevails handily. So one race down here in our best 7 card.
This ought to help the handicappers, Dave. I would have to think we're going to keep this thing going now, national best 7. How could you not have had Holy Bull? 7 on a ticket there, so I think going to be a lot of people very much alive after race 1 here in the national best 7.
Well, we hope so. Makes things a little more interesting, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we've got 1 down, 6 to go here in the national best 7, and we hope you are still alive, but let's take a look ahead now to the rest of the day's races and some of the horses you'll still see.
The site of last weekend's Preakness Stakes will be the host of the second event of the inaugural Best 7, the Hilltop Stakes, a 1.1/16 turf event for 3-year-old fillies. Featured here, the star of last year's Salima Stakes, Irish Forever.
Irish Forever keeps her record unblemished on the turf.
Irish Forever will be making her first U.S. start of 1994 in the Hilltop after finishing 10th last month in the English 1,000 Guineas in Great Britain's Newmarket Racecourse. Next up, the $40,000 Great Lakes Handicap from Thistledown in Cleveland, Ohio. Featured here, the local hero Numerically, a 4-year-old gelding who's won 6 of his last 7 starts. Following that will come the second richest event of the week's Best 7 card, the $200,000 Washington Park Handicap from Illinois' Arlington International. A plethora of stars here, including the Oklahoma Flash Brother Brown, the New Orleans Handicap winner that finished 3rd in the recent Oaklawn Handicap. Also in here, Valley Crossing, the horse that beat Devil Is Due and Bertrando in last year's memorable $500,000 Island Handicap.
As they straighten away in the stretch, it looks like a 3-horse race to the wire, and Devil His Due has the lead by 3 parts of the length. Now on the outside, here comes Valley Crossing, and down the stretch they come. Valley Crossing on the outside. Devil Is Due at the rail. Their heads apart. It's the long shot on the outside. Valley Crossing. Devil Is Due at the rail. Here's the finish. It's a photo finish, but I believe Valley Crossing gets home.
Following the Washington Park, we head south to Louisiana Downs, the $50,000 Barksdale Handicap, where 7-year-old gelding Dixie Polka Race will go for his 3rd Barksdale title, the trainer James Sebastian and co-owner Robert Shepard. We head even further south for the next Best 7 event, the $50,000 Memorial Day Handicap on the turf from Calder Racecourse in South Florida. Likely favorite Flying American will go up against the veteran Carterista, who will be trying for his first victory of 1994. He likes the Calder course, having won 3 straight there last fall.
A 1/4 mile to go in the Tropical Turf Handicap. Carterista been there since the beginning, still leads by 4. Moving up on the outside to challenge, that's Plenty Magic. Then toward the inside, Explosive Jeff. It's 2.5 lengths back. Glyer comes from far back with Derek at the hedge. They come to the 16th pole. Carterista leading by 2. Derek flying on the inside with Rinka Das. It's Carterista. He hangs on.
The final race of this week's Best 7 is in the Heartland at Nebraska's Exarban Racetrack in Omaha. The only sprint of the day, the 6-furlong $50,000 Exarban Handicap, hoping for his 4th victory of 1994, will be the Donnie Von Hemel-trained Delta Wolf.
Those are some of the horses and some of the races you'll see today on the National Best 7. And Chris, had a little bit of a mishap down in South Florida.
Little, I tell you, we've had anywhere from 7 inches to 4 inches, depending on who you talk to, of rain last night.
They're building an ark.
Oh, man, it just washed the races you can imagine right off the turf. With that, we had a field of 7. We lose 3, Dave. We end up with 4. We lost, in fact, the 3 morning line favorites, Flying American, Carterista, and Country Coy. Now, as any bet, of course, you will get the post-time favorite if you already made your wager. We do have 3 scratches, though, and the Calder race does go to the main track because of the deluge in Florida last night.
Well, all right, let's take a look at the National Best 7 pool right now. We have a Total of $371,075.50. A total pool now in the National Best 7.
And remember, it is a 50-cent wager. Remember, this is the first week. People are going to grow and get to understand the wager better, get to understand the lineup, and, of course, understand those past performances provided by the daily racing form. They should be ready the day before for you at your racetrack, wherever you're playing the National Best 7.
That's right. Well, let's take a look ahead now to our next race, the second race on the National Best 7 card. From Old Hilltop, the Hilltop Stakes from Pimlico in Baltimore, Maryland. $50,000 added for 3-year-old fillies. Going a mile and a 16, and Chris, this one still is on the turf.
We'll take a look now at the field. Irish Forever is the even money choice here with George Chavez at 121 pounds. Lady Ellen, Edgar Prado, leading rider at Pimlico at 5-2, getting a lot of support. Premier Mambo at 12. Mark Johnston was just named on earlier. Promiseville at 5-2. Mario Pino has the assignment this afternoon. Dance a Go-Go at 13. We had a couple of scratches. You see the 6 and the 8 are out in time, and Baby Zip. Cherokee Wonder at 12-1. Is also getting a little support. Larry Reynolds is the rider there as the current spring meeting wraps up on June the 12th at Pimlico. It's been a great meeting. Dave, we were just there, of course, a week ago Saturday for the Preakness Stakes, part of the $3.3 million stakes program at Pimlico. And our best to Joe DeFrancis, who, by the way, said that Pimlico, Preakness Day, was the greatest day in the 250-year history of that racetrack. All kinds of records set, having a big meeting at Pimlico.
That's saying a lot. Second oldest track in the country, next to Saratoga, I believe.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Chris, an interesting field here. We've got one horse in here from last year ran in the Salima Stakes, a big winner, Irish Forever. We mentioned her earlier.
Yeah, she's been gone for a long time. Yeah. You know, we've watched her last fall, very impressive. Then she disappeared for a few months. And where did she reappear? Newmarket in England, for gosh sakes, Dave. I couldn't believe it. And she got slapped around a bit over there.
Well, yeah, it's a Group 1 race, the English 1,000 Guineas. You go all the way across the ocean. That's asking quite a lot for a first start of the year, I think, and I don't think it's any coincidence that she finished 10th there. To show you how tough that field was, Coupe de Genie, who she raced in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies race of 1993, she finished 3rd in that race. So no real surprise that Irish Forever finished 10th there.
Looking at a live shot of Old Hilltop, as they say, and for you history buffs, they came up with the old Hilltop because there actually used to be a big hill in the middle of the racetrack there, in the middle of the infield, I should say, and they finally got rid of that because you never knew what was happening behind that old hill, at Old Hilltop. On a gorgeous day, temperatures in the 80s, a fast racetrack, and a firm turf course for our first event on the turf. That's one of the great things about the National Best 7 is we do have a real group of races that covers almost everything. We have turf racing, we have races for fillies, we have sprint races, we have route races, all here on the National Best 7. They are loading up at Pimlico. As you mentioned, originally a field of 8. We've had 2 scratches, so 6 are going in the gate. Irish Forever, the one horse, went in as the favorite. And one more to load. Dave Rodman to call from Pimlico. It's the Hilltop.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Hilltop Stakes. All came away well, and going for the lead is Premier Mambo. Lady Ellen settles back, and Dance to Go goes up close on the outside. Cherokee Wonder. Promiseville is taken back second to last, and the favorite Irish Forever trails the field, but only 7 lengths off the front. Premier Mambo moves away now almost 2 lengths to Dance a Go-Go. Lady Ellen tucked into the rail in 3rd, and Cherokee Wonder is 4th. Then we go back another 2 more lengths to Promiseville second to last, and Irish Forever still your trailer about 7 from the front. No challengers yet for Premier Mambo. She gets away with a moderate opening quarter out there, leading it to Dance a Go-Go. Lady Ellen is 3rd. Cherokee Wonder is 4th. And Promiseville in a little tight there at the rail, and Irish Forever is the trailer still 7 lengths front to back. Premier Mambo leads the way now, opens up, kicks away 2 lengths to Dance a Go-Go and Lady Ellen. Cherokee Wonder, Promiseville is going to have to find some racing room in between horses or down inside there. And Irish Forever, now they're beginning to bunch up as Premier Mambo leads Dance a Go-Go. Lady Ellen's on the inside. Irish Forever begins her run out there 3 wide. Irish Forever has moved up quickly now and stoutly into 3rd. Now she's 2nd, around to the far turn. Premier Mambo leads the way by a half length. Irish Forever 2nd, Dance a Go-Go. Promiseville has been taken off the inside, and she's flying up there in the red cap 3 wide. Quarter to go at Pimlico. Irish Forever tackles Premier Mambo. Promiseville on the outside. These 3 across the track. Promiseville and Irish Forever now head to head, and they come rolling through the final furlong on the grass, and Lady Ellen has moved to 3rd. Irish Forever with a head in front. Promiseville on the outside. Irish Forever striding out down to the wire, neck lead. It's
It's Irish Forever by a neck. Irish Forever and Promiseville. Irish Forever holds off Promiseville at the wire, and Lady Ellen third.
All right, well, that pretty much ran like it was written on paper, Chris Lincoln. We have Promiseville finishing second to Irish Forever in the Hilltop Stakes from Pimlico. We'll be right back with the third race right after this.
Chances are you've seen us. We're in 18 countries. 9 of the top 10 racetracks count on us. We've won 70% of the tracks. We bring sports to casinos. Our name is on winning tickets across the globe. We handled $11 billion in 1993. We put racing at your fingertips. Who are we? Auto Tote, where the action is.
And they're off.
Look at America's racing team. DeBartolo Racing with world-class facilities Remington Park in Oklahoma, Louisiana Downs, and Thistledown near Cleveland, Ohio. DeBartolo covers the nation with great racing and rich purses. Throughout the year, the DeBartolo Triple, the Remington Park Derby, the Grade 2 Ohio Derby, and the Grade 1 Super Derby spotlight the nation's best 3-year-olds. To share the excitement, call the DeBartolo Racing facility nearest you.
Back on the National Best 7, unofficial at Hilltop, or Old Hilltop in the Hilltop Stakes, Irish Forever. And we're going to move right on now into our third race. No time to really breathe here. The Great Lakes Handicap, $40,000 for 3-year-olds and up, a mile and a 16th at Thistledown. Chris Lincoln, we have an overwhelming favorite here.
We do, and we'll take a look, and you'll see it. It's a nice race. You might want a single in your National Best 7. Mandy's Lad, Reggie's Time X at 4-1. The entry there. Cosamite at 8. Wisdom Seeker at 6 with Julio Felix on the ride. Big field, great betting field here at Thistledown. Idle Threat at 12. Here he is numerically 8-5. That is the big favorite in this race. Benny Feliciano, 123 pounds. The highway. Plenty Chili at 5 and time spent there. Then Queen's Prospector 15 and Falstaff Dancer at 8-1. They are loading horses, as you see, at Thistledown for the Great Lakes Handicap. And again, the one to watch, Dave, they've been talking about, one that looked like a good single was Numerically.
Yeah, Chris, you've got a horse in here, Falstaff's Dancer. I think is going to go straight to the lead. Winner of 9 in a row. I don't think she can stay there, but she's got some nice figures. A career best of 94 in the Buyer Speed Index, so you never know.
Numerically race favorite, Ohio's Horse of the Year. He will be breaking from the 5 spot, as you see. John Dooley to call the Great Lakes Handicap from Thistledown. Let's join him in Ohio.
I'll take you, Edward. George.
Queen's Prospector up and in. Falstaff's Dancer. They're in the gate. Toward the inside, Reggie's Timex was hustled away. On the outside, here's the speed of Falstaff's Dancer. Merkley got a good break, comes away in third. Toward the outside is Plenty Chili fourth. Down toward the inside is Idle Threat. Right there behind Reggie's Timex fifth. Then up between horses comes Wisdom Seeker. Cosamite is down toward the inside, then Mandy's Lad. And Queen's Prospector is second to last, and then well back. Time spent in 10th. The opening quarter at 23 seconds flat. They make the bend into the backstretch with Falstaff's Dancer, the mare just in front. Reggie's Timexer escort up the backstretch, 3 lengths back numerically. Looks well placed running in third, then a length and a half back to Plenty Chili fourth. Idle Threat getting a good ground-saving run fifth, then a stretch of 3 to Wisdom Seeker. Cosamite is next. Then Mandy's Lad, still quite a separation back to Queen's Prospector, and then far behind, Time Spent in 10th. The half in 46 and 2, 3 furlongs to run the Great Lakes Handicap. Still Falstaff's Dancer and Reggie's Timex up front. Numerically tracks third. Then between horses, now rallying fourth is Wisdom Seeker. Down toward the inside, Plenty Chili has a chance still running in fifth. Mandy's Lad is out there sixth. Cosamite staring at a 6-length gap. Then Idle Threat, Queen's Prospector, Time Spent last, and they're in the stretch. 3/4 and 1:11. They strained away into the final 3/16. And here's Ohio's champion, numerically to the front with an 8th to go. Then Reggie's Timex second. Wisdom Seeker third, and down toward the inside is Falstaff's Dancer fourth. They're coming down to the line, and it's numerically on to win the Great Lakes, driving length from Reggie's Timex, then Wisdom Seeker, the mare, Falstaff's Dancer.
All right, well, numerically benefits from a speed duel between Falstaff's Dancer and Reggie's Timex, and goes on to win here at Thistledown quite handily.
And there is, again, a great opportunity for you to single the horse in this race. So far, the favorites have been strong, and that includes the old Hilltop. We take a look now at the official results from Maryland.
That's right. This is the official results, remember now, for the Hilltop Stakes. Irish Forever, the 340, 240, 210 to win. Promiseville at 280, 220, and then Lady Ellen at 240 at the time, 143 and 3. And Chris, that looks like we got to move right on now here to Arlington. Oh, actually, we're going to give the best 7 results. I'm sorry. There's Holy Bull, the number 1 race winner, the 6 horse, and then Irish Forever we just mentioned here in the official results for that race.
So it's 6-1, and Dave, if you played any of the favorites or even close to favorites, you should still be very much alive in the National Best 7. Hey, it's time to go to Chicago. Get your breath. We're heading to the Midwest now to the beautiful Arlington International Racecourse. And Dave, let's set up the Washington Park Handicap.
$200,000, the second richest race on today's card, a grade 2 for 3-year-olds and up. And here's the field, Chris Lincoln. We don't have much time here.
Antrim Road at 30-1, Valley Crossing 7-2 with Andrea Seefeld from Dickie Small's barn. E equals MC squared at 6. Z Ruler at 20-1 with Donnie Pettinger. Big field here for the Washington Park Handicap. Brother Brown, here's your favorite 8-5. Speed, Speed, and Speed with Pat Day, who just won the Preakness last Saturday. Dancing Jake at 30. Recouped the cash, a big price, as is Brazilian with Corey Nakatani coming from the west to ride. Nelson at 8-1 from John Franks' barn. Keep an eye on him. Powerful Punch at 8. And Forever Whirl at 10-1. And we're taking you now live to beautiful Arlington International. There they are on the track for the Washington Park Handicap 65th running at 1 mile and an eighth. And you'll get a chance, the nation get a treat here to hear one of the fine young track announcers, I think, Dave. Kurt Becker has really done a great job taking over for a legend up there, Bill George F. No more spinning out of the turn.
Yeah, big shoes to fill, that's for sure.
Here you see going in the 5 horse. There is the race favorite, Brother Brown. Keep a look at those silks now. The chocolate square diamonds with the yellow. Brother Brown, of course, is the race horse that has a great speed. We'll look to him to be on the front.
Barry Owen goes in next.
I say we go ahead and take it now to Arlington International and get the call for the Washington Park Handicap. Washington Park Handicap, spit it out from Kurt Becker.
Forever Whirl, the last one, goes into the gate. And they're all in line for the Washington Park Handicap. And they're off. Dancing Jake, Brother Brown, Antrim Road, recouped the cash, showing speed. Then Nelson, Forever Whirl on the far outside. E equals MC squared, outrunning 7 lengths from the lead. Valley Crossing to his inside. Then Z Ruler, Barry Owen next to last. Powerful Punch at the back is running 12 lengths from the early lead of Brother Brown, who's on the lead by 1.5 lengths to recoup the cash in second. Antrim Road is placed forwardly third, 2 lengths from the front. Forever Whirl is moving 3 wide off the first turn. He's up into third by 1/2 length. Antrim Road back to fourth by 3/4 length. And then Nelson, a gap of 3.5 off him to E equals MC squared up the back stretch. And after that is Dancing Jake, Z Ruler. And further back, Valley Crossing is running a good 15 lengths from the front. Powerful Punch, then Barry on the trailer. Everyone chasing Brother Brown. Recoups the cash. Is 3/4 length away in second. Antrim Road stays close to the inside third. He's 2 lengths from the lead. And Forever Whirl is flanking him in fourth, 3 from the front. Then a gap of 4 to E equals MC squared. Z Ruler is right behind that one. Field working past the 3/8 pole. And Brother Brown has the lead 1/2 length. Recoups the cash. And Forever Whirl are moving to his outside. And they come into contention. Antrim Road is looking for running room. He's fourth, 2 lengths from the lead. Top of the stretch. And Brother Brown is under assault from Forever Whirl. Recoups the cash. Antrim Road is seeking room. He's desperate. E equals MC squared. It's flying late. And Powerful Punch a late run. But Brother Brown may be too strong for this field. He's got the lead by 3. E equals MC squared. Can't get to him. Brother Brown wins it by 3 1/4. E equals MC squared was second. Close for show, either Valley Crossing or Antrim Road.
Hey, the pride of Oklahoma.
That's right. The Oklahoma Flash, Brother Brown. Him and Pat Day pretty much beat all the doubters here. They went wire to wire.
Biggest stakes win for Brother Brown, and we're ready to move on in the National Best 7 as we take a look at official results now. This is from Thistledown, the Great Lakes Handicap. The favorite numerically wins it. Reggie's Time X, 1A was second, Wisdom Seeker third, but all you care about is the 5 numerically. So we'll put him 6, 1, and 5. Our National Best 7. Right back with more racing.
Care to make a little wager? I wouldn't mind. I bet you this pizza's stuck to the top of the box. Not stuck. That's your call.
Yeah, if it was stuck to the top of the box, there'd be a little grease puddle.
Stuck.
Not stuck.
Stuck.
Not stuck.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to gamble?
Stuck.
Then gamble. At Belmont Park, you can bet on long shots, favorites, the bets, triples, the pick 3, the pick 6, even your favorite colors if you're lucky. So come to Belmont Park and get a run for your money.
In the year 23,012 BC, Lenny, the traveling salesman, rented the first big round wheel from Thrifty at a nice small rate. Today, you can still get low rates now on cars with 4 wheels. Simply use your Montgomery Ward credit card at Montgomery Ward Car Rental at participating Thrifty locations. Renting wheels at low prices is nothing new to Thrifty. In fact, we invented it. Your neighborhood Thrifty Car Rental, historically known for low rates.
All right.
Dave, I'll tell you, we have already whipped through 4 races. We have 3 of them official at this point. Let's make them official for you. Double check your tickets now. See if you have these numbers. That means you're very much alive with the National Best 7. As we take a look at the results so far, Met Mile Holy Bull was the 6th horse. Irish Forever, the 1 horse, took the Hilltop at Pimlico, and it was numerically the 5 horse winning the Great Lakes at Thistledown. So 6, 1, 5. And that is the update for you on the National Best 7. Let's move to Louisiana, Dave.
No time to wait here. We got the Barksdale Handicap, $50,000 at Louisiana Downs. 3-year-olds and up, another one on the turf. Chris Lincoln at 1 mile and a 16th.
Take a look now at the field, and it's a field of 7 on the turf. It's listed as firm, partly cloudy, 82 degrees down in Bossier City, Louisiana, and we'll set the field for you. Share of the Glory, the 1 horse at 2 to 1. Justin N at 15, St. Edward at 20, French 75 at 8 to 1. Continuing with our field, Win Symbol at 5 to 1, Dixie Poker is 5 to 2, second choice. Dixie Poker Ace, the second choice at 5 to 2, and Empire Pool at 3 to 1. So once again, it's on the rail. Share of the Glory, you see, coming to the starting gate now for the Barksdale Handicap. On the main track right now, they'll cross over onto the turf course at Louisiana Downs. We were talking, David, with Ray Tromba yesterday. He said they had heavy rains down there in the Bossier City area. They took all the races off the turf yesterday to make a good turf course today, and apparently it worked, as it was listed as firm the last time we checked down at Louisiana Downs. But a lot of attention being paid to Share the Glory.
That's right, Chris. He's 18 for 21 on the grass, 7 for 8 at this mile and the 16th distance. He's won over $338,000. Been racing up at Remington Park most of the spring, where he won once, but he was in a little bit lighter company there. He's kind of stepping up here, tougher field, and he's got some work ahead of him here, I'd say.
Louisiana Downs, of course, one of the great Edward DeBartholo tracks, and we get such a great opportunity to visit so many of them. Remington, Thistledown, Louisiana Downs. We'll be down there, of course, for their $750,000 Super Derby, October 1st on ESPN. Good news from the track, too. Purses up to $150,000 a day, Dave. That is an all-time high at Louisiana Downs. So good racing down there.
Number 6, Dixie
They're loading up.
Poker,
Chris Kutulak is the voice of racing at Louisiana Downs. Let's join him.
They're all in line in the Barksdale Handicap, and there they go. Win Symbol comes away running. Dixie Poker for Ace from his outside, moves up to take over second. Justin N settles into 3rd position between those runners. French 75 in 4th. At the rail, Share the Glory in 5th position. Then it's St. Edward. And the last horse is Empire Pool. 6 lengths, covers the entire field as they head under the wire the first time. And Ronald Ardoin and Win Symbol takes him into the turn. Dixie Poker Ace just off him in 2nd position. Justin N at the rail in 3rd. Then from the outside in 4th position, French 75. Up along the inside, Share the Glory is in 6th, just to his outside, Empire Pool. And the last horse is St. Edward as they head onto the back stretch.
And it's Win Symbol leading by a half a length. Dixie Poker Ace just to his outside in second. French 75 with a clear run now moves up to take over third position. Justin in behind those runners in fourth. And Empire Pool has now moved up into fifth. He's well in hand. And it's a gap of 2 lengths to St. Edward, and the last horses share the glory. They head for the far turn in the Barksdale Handicap. Win Symbol has led every step of the way. Now there goes French 75 to take over second. Dixie Poker Ace has slipped back into third position. Justin in from his outside in fourth. Then it's Empire Pool in fifth as they go to the 3/8 pole. Win Symbol just to his outside. French 75. Dixie Poker Ace has now slipped back to be 3 lengths behind them. And here comes Empire Pool. He's moved quickly to take over third. Out of the turn and into the stretch in the Barksdale Handicap. And the leader is French 75 from the outside. Here comes Empire Pool like gangbusters from the outside, coming quickly. Empire Pool, French 75 just in front. Long shot, Justin in running on late. But it's Empire Pool just from the outside. Here comes Dixie Poker Ace between runners, closing very late. Empire Pool or Dixie Poker Ace. Empire Pool edges out Dixie Poker Ace. Very close for third.
One of 2 British breds in the field wins here, Chris.
First real surprise so far in a national best 7-2 as Empire Pool was able to hold off the late charging favorite Dixie Poker Ace to unofficially win the Barksdale Handicap. Can't believe it. We're done with 5 races already here. Dave, let's make the first group official, though, and that is official results now on the race you just saw earlier from Arlington, the Washington Park Handicap. Brother Brown wins it. The race favorite equals MC Squared second. Antrim Road was third, but Brother Brown's the one we're keying on. If you take a look at the first 4 official results.
Here they are, the first 4. Holy Bull, number 6, Irish Forever 4, numerically, and Brother Brown.
In honor of the 100th anniversary of Daily Racing Form, Caesars Atlantic City presents the greatest horses, owners, trainers, jockeys, and races of all time. And now they're available to you with a 100 Years of Racing trading card set. Packaged in this authentic Centennial tin, each card commemorates the racing highlight of the year, every year for the past 100 years. Complete set with Centennial tin, only $25. Call 1-800-208-4333. This offer is limited. Call 1-800-208-4333.
Chances are you've seen us. We're in 18 countries. 9 of the top 10 racetracks count on us. We've won 70% of the tracks. We bring sports to casinos. Our name is on winning tickets across the globe. We handled $11 billion in 1993. We put racing at your fingertips. Who are we? Auto Tote, where the action is.
And they're off! Welcome back to a fast and frantic best 7 here, Chris Lincoln.
Wow, 5 are down, 2 more to go, and we're going to be heading very quickly to South Florida, Calder Racecourse, and wrap things up at Exarban in Nebraska. But it has been fast and furious, as we told you it would be, for this first National Best 7.
No stopping now. Let's go to Calder Racecourse in the Memorial Day Handicap, the 19th running of this $50,000 stake, originally scheduled on the turf, as we told you. They lost half their field of 3-year-olds and up in this mile and an eighth race. What do we have in there now? 4, Chris?
Not much left. Carter reached Scratch, Country Koi, Scratch, Crucial Trial, who, by the way, was going to try the turf for the first time, so Crucial Trials people got to be thrilled that it is on the main track. 8-1 with Christy Chapman. Bill Mooney at 15-1 is the 4-horse. He gets the services of Herberto Castillo. Flying American, who would have been the race favorite had this stayed on the main course, was Scratch. Mr. Explosive at 8-1, and Final Sunrise at 10-1. Well, after all the heavy rains last night in South Florida, it has cleared off there. They were calling the racetrack good despite all the heavy rain, but again, this was off the main turf, and that really has changed the handicapping some. And again, in case you did make your bet before the scratches, obviously you will get the post-time favorite in this race. And no surprise to us at all, the 3-horse is the favorite in this race. The one that we said it really is the only one with a lot of dirt experience, Crucial Trial. He does become the race favorite, so you will get the 3 you had an earlier bet. You'll be able to spot him with the apple on his back. That's our friend Arthur Appleton and famed Vidalwood Stable. They send Crucial Trial to the starting gate under the care of Jimmy Chapman, and his daughter Christy is in the irons there going into the starting gate now.
The horses have reached the starting gate. It is
the man who will be calling is Phil Saltzman. You just heard him sing. It is now post time. 4 to go here in the mile and an eighth turf, the Memorial Day Handicap. Let's join Phil Saltzman now in Miami, Florida at Calder.
They're all in the gate. And they're off in the Memorial Day Handicap. Toward the outside, it's Final Sunrise that shows first and opens up a quick length. Then toward the inside, Mr. Explosive at the rail. It's Crucial Trial. And a length back, Bill Mooney taken in hand will try and do his running later on. They come past the finish line and head for the clubhouse turn. Moving up on the inside, Crucial Trial to get the lead. Final Sunrise on the outside right there second, then it's 2 lengths back. Mr. Explosive is third, another 2.5 lengths to Bill Mooney. They went the first quarter in 24 seconds flat. They move around the clubhouse turn and head for the backstretch with Crucial Trial under snug restraint in front to half length. Final Sunrise forces the pace second, 2 lengths back. Mr. Explosive is third, another 2.5 lengths to Bill Mooney. They move up the backstretch past the 5/8 pole. Final Sunrise on the outside with Crucial Trial at the rail. Their heads apart, a gap of 4 lengths. Mr. Explosive, another 1.5 lengths. Bill Mooney, the half, 48 and 2. 4 furlongs left to go. The speed duel continues. On the inside, Crucial Trial. On the outside, Final Sunrise. A gap of 5 lengths. Bill Mooney moves into third position. Mr. Explosive is now the trailer. There's 3/8 of a mile to go in the Memorial Day Handicap. It's still Crucial Trial on the inside and Final Sunrise on the outside. Their heads apart. Bill Mooney comes after the leaders, 4 lengths back, another 4 lengths to the inside. Mr. Explosive, 3/4, 112 and 2, and they're at the top of the stretch. Final Sunrise puts the pressure now, gets the lead. Crucial Trial at the rail, won't go away. Then it's 4 lengths back to Bill Mooney. Past the 8th pole they come. Crucial Trial on the inside. Final Sunrise on the outside. They've been there since the beginning, and they're still there as they come past the 16th pole. Final Sunrise on the outside. Crucial Trial at the rail. They come to the wire. It's too close to call.
Wow, our first photo in the National Best 7, and it will take a while to sort this one out. What do you think, Dave? Inside Crucial Trial, the 3, or outside Final Sunrise? Take them to the wire for us.
Chris, we looked through the replay here. I'd have to say it's number 3, Crucial Trial, with the white silks of Arthur Appleton. 4-year-old runner. Looks to me like he got the nose or the head bob there on the wire.
Great ride by Christy Chapman on the inside. Pedro Rodriguez driving on the outside as they hit the wire. You call it. Is it Crucial Trial inside or Final Sunrise outside?
Five minutes north of Los Angeles International Airport. 5 minutes west of Los Angeles International Airport. 5 minutes south of Los Angeles International Airport. 5 minutes east of Los Angeles International Airport. Hollywood Park, just minutes from LAX.
We got 'em. In the National Charts Weekly, the essential tool for multi-track handicappers. Weekly charts from 7 major tracks, North American and European stakes recaps, a week in review editorial, buyer speed figures on every winner, and more. From Daily Racing Form, of course. Order your subscription today. Call 1-800-283-2459. The National Charts Weekly. It pays to know the score.
Welcome back to the National Best 7. You just saw the Memorial Day Handicap from Calder Racecourse, but right now we're going to make Race E official, and that would be the Barksdale Handicap from Louisiana Downs, won by Empire Pool, a British-bred son of Sherwood. This horse won October's Temperance Hill at the same distance at Louisiana Down. In fact, he's never been off the board, Chris, when running at this distance on the turf. 20/20 hindsight, always a gift in horse racing.
It is so clear when it's all over, David, and for those of you with your wondering about this last race, still nothing official from Calder, but it's worth another look. Let's take another look at this great stretch drive on the inside, Crucial Trial on the outside, Final Sunrise. Oh, I was so sure Crucial Trial for Arthur Appleton inside first. Look at it again, I'm not so sure. The stewards are, of course, checking out of the Calder. Photo sign is up. We'll have that for you as soon as we get those results. Live at Calder, here is now a ground level look at this race again. Again on the inside, Crucial Trial, in the colors of Arthur Appleton. Christy Chapman, the rider, working with the right stick. Now she switches, looks like over to her left side. Meanwhile, on the outside, Final Sunrise, Pedro Rodriguez driving to the wire.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Can't really tell from that.
Christy stood up first. I don't know if she's confident or not.
Trying to psych out those stewards, I think, or the placing judges, anyway.
Let's take a look now at our first 5 races, the National Best 7. Here are the official numbers for you.
6, Holy Bull would be race A's choice, then Irish Forever 1, then numerically, Brother Brown and Empire Pool, and it's anybody's guess at Calder Racecourse in the Memorial Day Handy. Oh, Final Sunrise is now the official winner at Calder.
Yeah, picked that one, didn't I?
Yeah, me too. We're too...
Well, that will shake things up, Dave, in the National Best 7, because remember, Crucial Trial went off as the betting favorite after all those scratches, so that is one of our bigger long shot prices so far in the National Best 7. Final Sunrise, again, is in the winner's circle, but we have not seen any official numbers there.
Well, let's take a breath here, Chris Lincoln. It's been pretty frantic and furious here, but we've got a little time now till our 7th race, the Exarban Handicap at Exarban in Omaha, Nebraska. We're going to take a look back now to an ESPN feature that we did in our Kentucky Derby special on Exborn, a horse that fought back from death not once, but twice.
Exborn is 8 years old and standing his first season at stud at Junkmont Farms in Lexington, Kentucky. And the term standing is key here, as Exborn is currently recovering from a severe bout with laminitis, contracted 2 years ago during recovery from extensive fusion surgery on his other ankle.
Given the state of his feet at any particular stage, a number of experts had looked at him and said, you know, there's no point in continuing with this horse because he'd lost his coronary band, which is the part of his foot which grows the new hoof. And they said these horses just never grow feet again. But it would appear the situation was that there'd never been a horse live long enough to see if he could grow a new foot. And this horse did, and he's grown a new foot. And as you have seen from he gets around very adequately and does everything else just exactly as you'd expect a normal horse to do.
Seen here 5 months ago, the fused joints now require little attention, leaving attending veterinarian Bob Hunt to deal with the ongoing laminitis.
He's able to grow a very good hoof wall in certain components of the foot, and we're able to utilize the portion that is functional in order to keep him going on it. He has trouble with the toe area. He probably never will reattach the hoof wall to the coffin bone around the front, but his heels are good, and it's good through the frog area, and we're able to keep enough support through that region to keep him comfortable.
Even before all the foot trouble began, Exborn overcame life-threatening colic, which struck him at the height of his racing career.
Well, yeah, right before we were going to go to the Arlington Million, which I thought at this time I was a cinch to win it because he had just won the Atlantic City race and he was training great. And in the middle of the night, I got a call that they're going to have to take him to the San Luis Rey Clinic and operate on him. And he's been through a lot, but he's still around.
Exborn's successful return to racing after colic surgery was a clue to his survival abilities. After contracting laminitis, he spent a year in the Frankel barn, almost always lying down. Exborn has truly defied the odds and impressed all those around him.
He benefited from the advanced veterinary care and also his own spirit, and you know, it's just a rarity to get a horse like that.
Well, it's been a great effort on behalf of Bobby Frankel and his assistant trainer Umberto, who absolutely fell in love with this horse. In fact, when he left California, there was a group of about 150 people all standing around watching him get on the van, and there were tears all around because everybody had really fallen in love with this horse. And this horse, to me, epitomizes all that is great in courage and the will to succeed.
Well, you race fans know this, but in case you ever doubted how much they care for these thoroughbreds, how desperately they try to keep them healthy and in great shape, Bobby Frankel has a real soft spot in his heart for Exborn, one of the great runners on the grass.
Nice job on that. That was a good story.
Well, let's get some official results now. They have that photo, and they have decided we have a winner at Calder, Dave.
How easy it was to pick this one, Chris. He had the high buyer figure of 97 coming into this race off a $16,000 allowance win. Son of Canadian champion sprinter of Fleet, Final Sunrise. Paid $5, $3, no show wagering here. Crucial Trial was second, the favorite in the race. and, of course, Bill Mooney. Let's take a look now at the best 7 results. With Holy Bull, our first race winner, the number 6 horse, Irish Forever. Then numerically, Brother Brown, Empire Pool, and Final Sunrise, 6-1-5-5 and 7-7. Some double numbers in there.
6-1-5-5-7-7 for the national best 7 tickets so far. We have had a couple of outside horses slip in, including that last race at Calder. Otherwise, the favorites have held pretty well. Dave, you brought up the Andy Beyer speed figures, such a big part now of the daily racing form past performances. You look through those figures, and it really can help you nail some of these horses, especially when you're making a pick like the national best 7. What makes it great, it is a 50-cent wager. Now, there are a few tracks. Remington, I believe, is one. Also, Louisiana Downs. It has to do a dollar bet, but that is like getting 2 bets, obviously, when you make the bet. What it does for the folks, though, and you players especially appreciate this, it gives you a chance to compete with the big guy that comes in and throws all the money in. You get a chance to really make a lot of combinations, single, 2 or 3, and then play the race. You can have a lot of fun with the national best 7.
That's right. It's been a lot of fun today so far. 7 good races, and right now let's go ahead and take a look at our 7th race. I'm sorry, we've only had 6 up to this point, but here's our 7th. The Exarban Handicap, a sprint, the only sprint on the card at 6 furlongs, $50,000 to 3-year-olds and up, and another prohibitive favorite.
Take a look at the field now for the Exarban Handicap. Trouble on the line, a big price on the inside with Daryl Montoya, Top Ginger, Mega Chief at 8-1, Libs Kid Bro at 15. So all big prices there on the first group from Exarban. Automatic at 12. Now here's another horse you might have singled early on today when you made your national best 7 wager. Delta Wolf is now at 6-5. Perry Compton is the high weight at 123 pounds. Dome Mountain at 5-1 with Greg Schaefer, the riding assignment. That is Timeless Design getting some support as well. He should at 4-1. We understand from Terry Wallace, the track handicapper and announcer, that he's had sensational work there at Exarban. And Air Loomer at 12-1. 69th season of racing as you look live at a shot from Omaha of Exarban Racecourse. And this is the track, David, that's really bouncing back. They had several years of declining attendance figures, handle figures, but they've really come back now. Their purse distributions built up to $65,000 a day. Features include coming up the $150,000 Exarban Budweiser Breeders' Cup July 9th. The Cornhusker Handicap, we did that one year on ESPN. Thought I'd die, it was so hot. $125,000, that's July 30th. And on August 6th, it's their Omaha Gold Cup. So some great racing, great tradition there in the 69th season at Exarban. There's the favorite, the 6-horse Delta Wolf. Dave, a little more information on our race favorite.
Well, he's a Donnie Von Hemel trainee, Chris, and up in Exarban, that means a lot. I tell you what, that probably got his odds down close to 6-5 just by itself. But he's finished in the money 24 of 29 starts. He comes into this race with a length and 3/4 victory over another contender in here, Mega Chief, in the May 7th Beef State Stakes. He had to swing 5 in that race, and he still earned another buyer figure to look at here, 99. That's well the best here.
Again, that is a good key, the Andy Beyer figure, 99, and that on the beefsteak victory for Delta Wolf. By the way, Perry Compton, the rider of the 6-horse and the race favorite here, Delta Wolf. Well, congratulations in order. Jock just won his 2,000th career race earlier this week at Exarban. So congratulations to him. The Exarban Handicap, you see a shot behind the gate, is they're getting ready for a sprint for us here, Dave. 6 furlongs. I feel like I've been sprinting all afternoon, though. I got to be honest with you.
It's moved right along, that's for sure. There's been no stopping, but it makes it more interesting, more fun, more racing, the better.
Oh, check your numbers again. 6-1-5-5-7-7. And I'm sure you're wondering, am I going to be able to put the last one in place to hit that first ever national best 7? They're loading up. Terry Wallace is going to make the call for us of the Exarban Handicap. Terry?
Thank you, Chris. And Dome Mountain has just moved in. We're waiting on Timeless Design. Next to go in will be Air Loomer in the final race of the first national best 7 about to take shape here in the Exarban Handicap. And Air Loomer has moved in. And they're off in the Exarban Handicap. Air Loomer broke sharply to the outside in the yellow, but now down at the rail. Scooting through goes Trouble on the line. Top Ginger is also right there. To the middle of the track, Timeless Design is showing speed. Lips Kid Bro is there, another 2 lengths further back to Dome Mountain. After that, it's Autumn Advocate, another 2.5 to Mega Chief. Delta Wolf is next, and the early leader, Air Loomer, has dropped all the way back to 10 lengths off the lead as they head for the turn. Trouble on the line has the lead. Lips Kid Bro is second. To the middle of the track, Timeless Design moving up alongside of Top Ginger. It's 3.5 back to Dome Mountain. Delta Wolf is now in gear alongside of Mega Chief. followed out there by Autumn, Advocate, and Heirloomer still trails. And here they come into the stretch of the Exarban Handicap, and it's still trouble on the line, dueling with Lipskid Bro. Timeless Design third. To the outside in the pink, it's the favorite Delta Wolf, and he's motoring quickly toward the lead. On the outside, Delta Wolf now roars up to take command. Lipskid Bro still there with trouble on the line. Mega Chief to the outside also coming on. It is Delta Wolf leading it by 2. Mega Chief coming on, but the Exarban Handicap and National Best 7 will conclude as Delta Wolf wins it handily by 2. Mega Chief second, and Timeless Design finishes third. The 6 furlongs a minute, 10 and 2/5 seconds.
Second stake in a row for Delta Wolf. Trainer Donnie Von Hemel, and Perry Compton adds to his 2,000 winners with this one.
How about this one? This horse, you talk about consistent. Well, there he is right there. Delta Wolf has now been in the money 25 of his 30 career starts.
You can't beat that, and here he comes again to get the 26th.
We can't even see him.
And there he's coming up on the wide and the pink silks. You'll look for him here. There he comes with the blinkers. The number 6 horse with Perry Compton in the irons just cruises by the tiring leaders here and goes on to prevail in the Exarban Handicap in Omaha.
And again, the buyer speed figure picked him out, 99 for you. A good tip for the National Best 7. There's our unofficial winner in Omaha, Delta Wolf.
If you want to play at the track, you've got to get Playing to Win, the all-new, fun-to-watch, easy-to-understand handicapping video from America's Turf Authority Daily Racing Form. Host Bob Newmeyer takes you inside the track, talks to key players, and shows you how the pros pick their winners. Past performances, speed figures, workout patterns, and breeding angles are just a few of the helpful handicapping tips that can really pay off. Playing to Win will take you to the front. Call 1-800-208-4333 today to order your very own copy.
Care to make a little wager?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay, first one out of the chute wins. Pick your side.
This side.
That side?
Yeah, this side.
It's a lousy side. I'll go with this side.
It's gonna be this side.
Guys get burned on that side. Oh, I've seen it before.
Like to gamble? Then gamble. At Belmont Park, you can bet on long shots, spades, exactas, triples, the pick 3, the pick 6, even your favorite color if you feel lucky. So come to Belmont Park and get a run for your money.
Double or nothing on the pumpernickel?
Welcome back to the National Best 7. We've completed our 7-race card today. And we're going to take another look back at the Omaha race, the Exarban Handicap from Exarban.
Live shot now of the winner here and the race favorite, Delta Wolf, with Perry Compton up the rider coming to the winner's circle. Donnie Von Hemel will be there to greet him as he usually is in Omaha. And we'll take a look again. Way on the outside of the white blinkers, the pink. Now he's out of the shot. Delta Wolf, as the front runners are about to be swallowed up. Here he comes on the outside.
Tell you what, there was no beating this horse today, and his past performances didn't lie. 99 coming into this race. There was really nobody else here to beat him, Chris, and it was pretty much as it was on paper. And there's Perry Compton dismounting from Delta Wolf in the winner's circle. Looks like a warm day up there.
They are quick at Exarban. They make these races official very quickly up there, and I love this quick official in racing. And as you look at, hey,
yeah,
Perry,
thumbs up, Perry.
All right. Again, just won his 2,000th race of his career earlier in this meeting at Omaha. And now there it is official. Delta Wolf, the race favorite, 380, 260, 220, the 6th horse. And that winds up our National Best 7 as we finish with a 6. We started with a 6 as Holy Bull won the Metropolitan Mile. Dave, as we took a quick look back, in fact, and look at now the National Best 7 results, it was a very good day for those who like to play the favorites. Holy Bull was the favorite in the Metropolitan Mile. Irish River was either first or second choice at the Hilltop in Maryland. Numerically, the 5 horse was the race favorite at Thistledown in the Great Lakes. Brother Brown was the race favorite and did win the Washington Park Handicap at Arlington International in Chicago. The Barksdale Handicap, Empire Pool, the 7 horse, also a race favorite. Then we come down to a couple surprises. Final surprise, appropriate enough.
Final
7 horse. Final sunrise. I'm trying to make him a surprise. The 7 horse, the Memorial Day Handicap. That race down Louisiana Downs, and then Exarban, or rather at Calder, I should say, in South Florida. Then Exarban, the race favorite there, Delta Wolf the 6. So 6-1, 5-5, 7-7-6. And if you were cheering for the favorite to give you the National Best 7, well, you had to be pleased with Delta Wolf coming through there at Exarban. So, wow, what an hour of action. 7 live races, 7 different racetracks around the country. I think you can see why they're so excited about the potential of this National Best 7 bet day.
That's right, Chris, and we're going to do it again next week, next Saturday. Not Monday, this Saturday. Live coverage of the America's best races on the Best 7. Be 5 to 6 Eastern Time at your local racetrack.
I want to congratulate Dave Bruder. He broke his maiden today on live television. Way to go, buddy.
Well, we hope you join us back here next Saturday for the National Best 7. So long. Appreciate it.
Be lucky. See you next week.
The National Best 7 is produced by the Thoroughbred Racing Association in cooperation with Winter Communications.